Evening all. I can be a bit louder now because my daughter's gone to work. She works nights. Right. This is right. I've had a request from Jane Anderson to do a reading about Rosie Duffield, who is a Labour or was a Labour MP, who threw in a resignation letter to Keir Starmer a few weeks back now over the gifts scandal, the Wahid Ali cabinet taking thousands of pounds worth of gifts, and not really declaring it properly and putting the party into disrepute. She's now an independent MP, and Jane tells me, although I've not heard anything because I don't watch mainstream news or anything like that Rosie Duffield is trying to be readmitted to the Labour Party so that she can take Keir Starmer down from within. So I'm going to do a side-by-side reading because I want to do the two opposing Labour women. I want to do a reading on Rosie Duffield and what her intentions are and what her outcome's going to be. And I want to do Rachel from Accounts, Rachel Reeves, our current Chancellor of the Exchequer, and see what the energy is saying about these two women. I'm not going to do Celtic crosses for them both. I'm just going to do a side-by-side reading. So I'm using, where's my box? I'm using Shimmering Veil Tarot for this by Scylla Conway, and I'll be using Wisdom and the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. Right, let's start. So, who am I starting with then? Rosie Duffield. What's Rosie's intentions and what's the energy saying about the likelihood of her appointment as an MP? I can't remember what constituency she's an MP for, but I know that she was embroiled in a row over the alphabet mafia, the LGBTQ plus community, and she was bullied, really, I would say, bullied, harassed, ignored by her fellow party members for long enough. And then I think this issue with the expenses scandals tipped her over the edge, and she sent in a scathing resignation letter, and she's currently an independent MP. So we'll look at what's going off with Rosie, and where is she likely to end up. I'm getting a bit tired now. Rosie Duffield. Right. So, right off the back, she's got Ace of Swords, so she's cutting out some crap from her life. It feels like cutting through the crap, but it's with words, and there is a thought process with this at the moment. It's a strategy that she's planned for a while, but it's about cutting out the bullshit. So is she trying to get back into the Labour Party? Well, that one's gone. Hang on, give us a sec. Oh shit, excuse my French. We've got Justice. So, I don't know if you can see this. Hang on, let me just let this lie on. Is that, oh shit, is that better? Oh, it's bright, that. Gives a break. Down a bit. I think that's it. So, is she trying to get into the Labour Party? I think she's wanting to be recognised, and I think she's wanting some. This feels like some legal. Like it's like I think she might be launching a legal claim against Labour. It might even be against individuals within the Labour Party due to the way that she's been treated in the past. But what she's seeking is justice. What she's seeking is justice. And you see, justice is the Libra card, so it's air. Swords is air, and air swords is all about cutting out the crap, and it's being evenly balanced, and the outcome, seeking a fair outcome. So there's something that this really feels like some sort of legal battle. I don't know if there is a legal battle with Rosie, so I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. So it's not telling her she's going back into the Labour Party though, but what's the crack with this? You see, the thing is with Rosie Duffield is she's a bit of a dichotomy in a way, because she's conservative when it comes to the gender ideology, and she's a big advocate for women and women's spaces, women's places, protection for women and girls, and things like that. But she's not fitting in with the current Labour's current narrative, and so she's pretty much on the sidelines. That's actually quite a conservative viewpoint at this moment in time, but she is still very left wing. And I did read, or I might have heard it on the radio or something, but she was accusing people at the farmers' rally, some of the people at the farmers' rally, of being far right. Now, I haven't seen any reports about anybody being far right there, or anybody acting in a sort of fascistic way, but I might have missed it, so you can let me know. But in that respect, she's very left wing, and then in the gender aspect and the advocating for women and women's spaces, she's outside the Labour box right now. So it feels like this feels more like she's in a battle, and it feels like a legal battle against Labour. So why would she want to get back into the party? But is she going to be successful in her quest to get justice? Is she going to be successful? Ooh! We've got the Page of Pentacles, but it was in reverse. And we've got the King of Swords. So it's all air. This is all air. So we've got cutting something out, seeking justice. This is a plan. This is, but it came out this way. So let's look at it. Let me calm down. Now this is her. This Page of Pentacles is depicting her. So she's got this intellectual legal battle going on at the moment. It's a strategy. She's new and independent. I think she might start a new party, because I don't think she's going to go back into Labour. As it stands, I don't think she's going to go back into Labour. And if she wins a battle against Labour, a legal battle against Labour, they're not going to readmit her anyway, because she's just going to be a pariah. I think she's going to start a new party, because she's not a conservative by any stretch of the imagination, and I doubt very much that she would want to join a new party like Reform, or even the Lib Dems in a way. But then again, Lib Dems are more like Labour than any other party. So whether she's going to be a newbie in the Lib Dems, I don't know. But this looks like she's going to remain independent, but she's got somebody at the back of her who is a very good strategist, and it is a man. So if you know who that is, let me know. But I want to know, is she going to win her battle against her treatment by the Labour Party? there's definitely something going on to do with the legal system. There's a legal battle. I mean, this even could be a legal battle that she's having against the police, because I know that she was reported to the police for being transphobic. Whether that's still an ongoing thing, I don't know. But in the light of this reporter having her charges dropped, this non-hate crime incident thing being dropped today, I've heard that on the radio. I was taking my daughter to work actually tonight, that those charges have now been dropped. I can't remember the lady's name. I'm getting tired now. Is she going to win? Or we're not going to let you know? Is she going to win her current intellectual, strategic and, oh that's too many, and legal battles with Labour? Nine of Wands. Well, the Nine of Wands is all about the wounded warrior putting up the barriers. She's like walking. This is like walking. She's going to be walking over hot coals. It feels as though she's going to get a bit more backlash before she's done. She's not done with a battle. She's still got a few fires to walk through, or a few more fires to put out. One more. Might not tell us the answer today. If this is still all up in the air and depends on what other people do, the energy might not be right for this at the moment. I'm not taking two. One more, please. Just one. We've got the King of Cups. So she's walking through a few fires right now. She's still fighting fires. Whatever this battle is going to inflame the situation, but she will be able to put it out. So that's all I've got on Rosie Duffield. I don't feel as if there's anything else to say about her at this moment in time. If this comes up in the news or becomes more prominent on my radar, I will revisit this at some point. Let's have a wisdom of the oracle for Rosie Duffield, please. Something nice for Rosie Duffield, because she really has been through some shit with the Labour Party, and despite all the treatment that she got from them. I mean, I don't even think Keir Starmer even apologised to her or even spoke to her. Despite all that, she did try to remain loyal for far longer than most people would. And we've got Building Blocks, number 28, but it did come out upside down. Building Blocks, 28. See, 28, 2 and 8's a 10. It's like there's an ending here coming up for her. It's like this. We've got a 9, and then we've got a 10, and then a 1. So it's a strange one. It's like she's coming to the end of something. Not quite yet though, because it was upside down. So there's a delay on this ending of this. There's a delay on the ending of this story. This is why I can't feel like I'm getting much more. 28, and it's the protection message because it was reversed. But I'll show it you in the upright. I don't know if you can see that. Now is the time to address the cracks in the foundations of your life. Perhaps your values have changed and it is time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Or perhaps you choose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. So, she could well be in the process of joining an existing political party rather than being independent. But it does feel like she's got some... See, here she feels very lonely. It feels lonely to me. She's got all this institution around her, and that's very lonely. But then we've got this walking through fire and being able to put the fires out. She will be able to do that, but it's like she can't do it alone. I think she's got two things going on here, I think. There's some litigation going on, some redressing of the balance. Whatever happens, the outcome will be fair because we do have the justice card here. So there's two things going on. She's redressing the balance, and it's like she's looking for a political home at the same time. So that's Rosie Duffield. Right, let's give these a bloody good shuffle up and hope the same cards don't come flying out. Well, they might do, but hopefully they won't all come flying out in the same order. So, Rachel Reeves. There's calls for her to resign because her nose is growing by the day. Rachel Pinocchio Reeves. Over the embellishment of her CV. She's cocked up the budget. Somebody in year 8 would probably have done a better job with the country's finances. Then again, she only worked in the complaints department at the bloody Halifax. So how you can go from that to the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Christ knows. Well, she's made it. And I don't think Keir Starmer is particularly bothered that she's not qualified. I think her not being qualified and the whole damn lot of them being useless is useful to him, because I have come to the conclusion that Keir Starmer's mission is to completely destroy this country from within. Weaken the UK to such a point where we are all going to be begging for the Bill Gates and the Black Rocks and the Vanguards to rescue us from total annihilation, total poverty, starvation. So I don't think he's even bothered about that, and I think he will keep her in position. If he kicks her out, it will be because somebody who's pulling the strings has ordered it to happen. Because I think if it was up to him, he'd keep her in there. Right. Rachel Reeves, please. What's going on with Rachel from accounts? 2. Oh God. So she's got strength. This is feeling like loyalty in a way. This is feeling very much like loyalty. Right now, there's some loyalty going on. It feels as though either she's done someone a massive favour and she's returning it in the way that she's returning it with the budget and the way that she's done her sums, if you like, or she's done someone else a favour and they've returned the favour by giving her the position of Chancellor. So it feels like she's where she is because of loyalty in some way. And then we've got the 10 of Swords, which is just, look at that, it's just complete chaos. It's chaotic. It feels like a whirlwind, like all this shit flying around. She's created complete chaos. All the media's talking about it. All new media are talking about it. People on the street are talking about it. She's caused complete mayhem. We've got elderly people who are going to be freezing to death. No joke, no exaggeration, this year because of the way she's done her sons. We've got farmers who've committed suicide because of the inheritance tax levy that she's just put on. It's created such instability and mayhem. The cuts to the armed forces is fucking insane. What's going on? She's there through loyalty. She's created chaos. These cards aren't telling us anything new. But is she gonna go? Is she going to leave 11 Downing Street and fucking disappear? We've got the Fool. She's following a narrative. She's following. Basically, she's following. She's not careful about how she's doing that. She doesn't care about where she's placing her feet. She's not strategizing. She's just walking off, and she is going to fall. There's nobody warning her. Nobody from her circle warning her. She's not listening to any of the warnings that are coming from media and people on the street, and I don't know whether this thing is going towards her on Twitter. I don't follow the woman, so I don't know what people are saying, but she's not listening to anything. This woman is tone deaf, and she's got her eye on a prize, and while that eye's on the prize, she is going to fall on her arse. But when? She's going to make a spectacular blunder. Not that she hadn't already made several, but there's going to be some. I mean, maybe this is the spectacular blunder, the lies on the CV. Maybe she has breached the ministerial code. Maybe that's all going to get ignored. And so she now feels that she's invincible, and then she's going to come a cropper. So what's the outcome for Rachel Reeves, please? We have, yeah, she's going to have to step out the limelight. She's going to have to take a very long time out. And she's going to have to sit and think about what she's done. She is going to be made to sit and think about what she's done. Like a child. Like a child. And then will she be returning to politics, or will she get a job in the tea room at Halifax? Maybe they won't have her. Because you've got to have some integrity to work at a bank, and being a big fat liar on your CV is not going to cut it. I mean, some guy's just gone to prison for 5 years. Some naval guy's just gone to prison for 5 years for lying on his CV. So, or is it a police chief? Yeah, police chief. I think he lied about being in some big officer in the Navy, and he's just gone to prison for 5 years for that. So why the hell isn't she locked up? Right. Well, so we've got 7 of Pentacles. So she's going to have to go and think about what she's done. And then she's going to have to go back to school. She's going to have to start and learn a different craft. This is an apprentice card. It's like she's going to have to watch and learn how it's really done. And then we've got the Moon, which She's going to have to watch and learn how it's really done. But what she's going to learn is how to be even more deceptive. So it's a cautionary tale for Rachel Reeves, because she's only where she is because of loyalty in some respect. She's created chaos. She's got away with it. Because she's got away with it, she's going to push it too far. Then she will be made to go and think about what she's done. She will think about it. She'll go and learn from the experts on how to be even more bloody deceptive. And what's the outcome? Is she going to completely ruin the world, the country? We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and it was in reverse. So, no new money, no new stability, no security. The foundations that they keep saying that they are fixing the foundations, they're not getting fixed at all. It's not happening. We are going to have to learn to... Some of us already know how to stand on our own 2 feet. Some people have forgotten, and some people have never had to learn. But we're going to have to start teaching younger people how to stand on their own 2 feet, how to make things, mend things, how to make a meal with just a few bloody bits of shitty stuff you've got in the cupboard, how to feed a family without calling for Just Eat, and how to grow stuff, how to gut a fish, all stuff like that, because we are going to be left to fend for ourselves in the vain hope that we're all going to either starve to death or freeze to death. And I am going to do a video on the assisted dying bill, because it's been nagging at me to do a reading on the assisted dying bill, because I've got a nagging feeling that this is going to be a turning point in how we treat our elderly moving forward if this goes through. So yeah, there is going to be no new stability. There's going to be no security for the foreseeable future. We are going to have to make do with what we've got. We're going to have to learn that we can survive without such huge attachments to the state. Let's do a wisdom. Wisdom of the Oracle. These people are so sinister, so cruel. There's no compassion, there's no empathy, there's no desire to see people prosper and be happy. There's absolutely no desire for that. It's as if the desire is to make everybody miserable, everybody dependent, everybody be so desperate that they will take any crumbs, tiny little crumbs, that they decide they're going to give us. And we've got to not let that happen. We've got to not let that happen. Whoever you are, whatever your background, whatever your race, creed, religion, we've got to stop fighting each other, and we've got to stand together. There's only a few of them. We are masses. We've just got to stick together. And the next time anybody gets a chance to vote, you need to go out and vote in droves. You don't have to vote for the same party, but you have to do your research. Learn about politics if you don't know about politics. Learn how it works. Read a few history books. Look up the definition of fascism, of Nazism, of what far right really is, of what far left really is, and what the far left have done in the past. Because if you don't know that, you need to know before you vote again. And you need to know what you're voting for. And we have chop wood. For Rachel Reeves, we've got chop wood. Number 42. Number 42. 42. Where are you? 41. 42. Chop wood. We're going to have to learn to chop wood. Oh, no. Wrong one. That's wrong page. I couldn't chop wood if my life depended on it. Come on. Right, here we go. Chop wood. Now is the time to take small steps rather than larger leaps on the journey to creating your most prosperous life. Move your focus off your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that may have piled up while you've been mapping out the greater plan for life you aspire to see manifest into reality. Chop wood, carry water, as the Zen proverb advises, or wash dishes, walk the dog. While you're doing all that, Spirit will have a chance to move mountains and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. Remain humble and aware of the present. So basically, do what you need to do. Stay in the moment. Take care of all the little jobs that you haven't been doing because your attention's been put on these huge things that are happening around you. Try and put it to one side. At least try in the next 24 hours or so to just, every time you catch yourself worrying, fearful, anxious, angry, frustrated, furious, in disbelief of what's going on around you, just think to yourself, stop, and force yourself to think of something positive. Because the only way around this is through, and the only way through it is to breathe through it and to take everything that you need to do as one task at a time. Take one task at a time. Don't allow the news to bombard your brain. Set aside time in the day, if you want to, half an hour, whatever, to have a look at what's going on in the world. Don't dwell on it. Try not to dwell on it. The more you dwell on it, the more large it becomes in your imagination. And then if everybody's imagination is inflamed with anger and frustration and disbelief and worry and fear and all that's an energy that we're collectively creating. We need to collectively create an energy of indifference, of positivity, because that lifts the energy of the country. The more of us who are positive, the more that's contagious. Just like negativity becomes contagious. You know, if you walk into a room and everybody's miserable, you very quickly become miserable. It's contagious. If you walk into a room where everybody's laughing and joking, quite quickly your mood will lift. Try and get yourself into a lifted mood. And that's, here endeth the lesson. I'm off. My arm's gone dead now. I think I might have a couple of days off. I'll probably be uploading this one tomorrow. I probably will upload this one tomorrow because I don't think I'm going to be able to do a reading tomorrow. I'm actually in quite a bit of pain now. So I'm off and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Ta-ra.